Okay, so this has been like the third time or the fourth time I've tried to film this, but I'm using a whole new phone, so hopefully this will go perfectly fine and my phone will stop messing up. Hey y'all, it's Amy. Thank you so much for continuing to watch my content, for coming back to enjoy the stuff that I want to put out. This video today is going to be a little bit more serious compared to the original video that I put out on this channel, but I think it is an important topic that I want to discuss since it pertains to me and how I live my life every single day. So why did I decide to make this video personally? Well, there have been a lot of videos recently, including the Life as a Black Lolita video series and the Fat Phobia video by Scarfingscarves that I super duper recommend. I'll go ahead and put those in the description below, and I'll also try to link them on screen, but I'm not really sure how to do that. Forgive me if I'm not able to, but they'll definitely be down in the description. But I decided to make this video in specific because I wanted to kind of focus on both aspects. So I'm both black and fat, so there's this intersection where you experience a double whammy of kind of discrimination, just plain and simple. Just to get started, I'm a 24-year-old fat black girl. I love Japanese fashion. I fell in love with Lolita fashion 10 years ago, and that's kind of where my journey started. This video is kind of going to be more highly focused, not highly. This video is going to be more focused on kind of Lolita fashion since that's what I know mostly at this point in my life. But I will also try to include just general JFashion since I'm kind of more branching out into those as well now. Before we get started and kind of getting into like the whole shebang of it all, I just wanted to acknowledge some of the privileges that I have, just because I feel like it's important to kind of lay these out on the table just to be transparent. Like, I do experience discrimination, but sometimes it may be less harsh than others. And so one privilege that I do have is light skin privilege. I am treated better than my darker skin peers because people believe I am more closer to the conventionally attractive ideal. And that's super messed up. We should definitely keep on calling people out. If you see that behavior, definitely call them out. Another privilege that I want to talk about as well is that my measurements are still plus size, obviously. I'm kind of hitting the edge of the accessibility of plus size in JFashion. My bust is about like 123, 125 centimeters, fluctuates in between those two. But there's a lot of accessibility issues for people who have a bust over 135 centimeters. I've heard stories of people getting turned away from custom sizing stores. We're unable to kind of get anything done for them because the store was just like, we don't make something in your size. Still have a lot more to go. There's people who are bigger than me that still want to wear this fashion and they're still not able to. Another privilege I wanted to acknowledge is the fact that I have the ability to buy brand and cut it up. And I think that's a big one because brand is expensive and getting the alterations is also expensive. So it's kind of like you need a lot of money to do that one thing and kind of achieve the certain aesthetic you want. So the first point I kind of wanted to touch on is constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is great. I think that people do need it to improve, but some criticism is not constructive. Some criticism is hurtful, and this goes for both skin color and weight. So I think that you are scrutinized a lot harder and you have to try a lot harder when you're plus size or black, and when you have both, it's kind of a double whammy, so you kind of got to try like super duper hard. And I've kind of felt that in the community at points. You kind of just see in the community how people will react to outfits on certain body types and certain skin tones. I actually have an example of this. I was wearing like a bodyline JSK with a blouse and a head bow, ankle socks, and tea parties. I thought it was a pretty simple casual outfit. Something that I see many people wear before on street snaps and in closeted frills and stuff like that. But I remember people calling it Ida, like, and saying that it looks bad. And I'll actually put pictures of the outfit right here because, like, it really does not look that bad. It just looks like a casual outfit. And I feel like the criticism on that was a little bit harsher than it should have been, maybe. I mean, and no one really gave me any suggestions to improve. And I think that the fact that it was called Ida was because of my body type and because of the ways things fit on me and probably the quality of the photos. So that's just kind of a factor I have with constructive criticism. I don't mind if I don't mind if criticism is constructive. Yeah, it just has to be constructive. Don't be I mean, oh my god, I can't say that. Don't be mean. So another big issue that I want to talk about in the community is the problem of alterations. It's not even a problem really, it's just like people make some kind of weird controversy over altering your own clothes that you bought. Anyway, I pretty much stand with alterations. I believe you should do alterations. I have performed alterations. I've had people do alterations for me. I think that if you have a certain aesthetic that you're trying to go for, especially something like OTT 2010 Angelic Pretty Sweet, you're definitely going to have to alter something to get that kind of aesthetic that you're going for. And it's unfortunate. I really wish Angelic Pretty made sizes that would fit me back then, but they don't. And so I had to kind of stake out and buy pieces and get them altered to fit me. And I know that makes people upset. I've seen it make people upset. I have to laugh. There's something really magical about wearing a piece that's like been your dream dress for about 10 years, and people have been saying that, oh, you'll never be able to like wear something like that, and then you do and you look really good, and it's just something truly magical about that. I cannot describe just the absolute satisfaction that brings me, because I know I look good and I know I'm proving these haters wrong, and that's what you want to do. That's my advice. So alter your pieces. Another argument about altering pieces is that it brings the value down, but I quite honestly don't think that's true in this climate anymore. There's a lot of people getting into Lolita more and more every day. A lot of plus size people who are looking for angelic pretty pieces, a lot of people who are looking for baby pieces, a lot of people who are just looking for brand pieces in general, and they're looking for these pieces in their size. So if you have a piece that you altered and you're just looking to sell it, then I would say go ahead and sell it, because someone's definitely gonna buy it. That's how I got my magic Etoile JSK, and I wear the crap out of that. I mean, everybody knows that. I look so good in it. It's because it's altered to fit my measurements. And also, Lolita fashion is an investment, but you're not trying to play it like the stock market. You're not trying to be like, oh, I'm going to invest in this and then I'm going to get more money when I sell out and I'm bored with it. No, you're going to wear the clothes. It's made for wearing the clothes. Just wear the clothes. Just wear the clothes. So, yeah, that's how I feel about alterations. You should definitely do them. Don't listen to people who say no, because it's not community property. It's not community property. You're not playing the stock market. It's like, you're not in it to invest. You're just here to wear the clothes and be cute. There's like a dog crying outside. Okay. So another argument that I've also seen is that there's not a market in Japan for plus sizes, or there's not like fat people in Japan, which I just have to kind of shake my head at. I know that it's not true. We have picture evidence, and there's also definitely a market in Japan and in China and in other Asian countries and around the world for plus size people, because plus size people exist everywhere. There's fat people everywhere. Just get over it. Literally just get over it. And fat people are gonna want cute clothes, so we need to like get it together. We have brands that cater to Lolita fashion that are exclusively plus size So Man Maximum, there's indie brands like Dolby, there's Lady Sloth, there's Physical Drops that does plus size items, and like the market is definitely there, and I'm glad that brands are finally starting to see that. We've seen that with the release of Honey Cake for Angelic Pretty, and we've seen that with Meta's releases of Dreaming Goldfish. Other JFashion brands need to step it up a little bit more, because I do see some sweaters that are a little bit over my bust size, but not nearly enough, and also bottoms are hard to come by. But indie brands truly have been saving us with that. Western indie brands definitely help with other JFashions, and I will definitely be making a video of where to shop for kind of general kawaii plus size clothing later on. Just to kind of summarize this up, I know this video was kind of sounding negative and everything. I'm just putting out this video just to kind of lay out this experience that I've had, just some things you should be cautious of when you go into this community, but there are also things that happen everywhere. The things that happen everywhere in everyday life unfortunately do permeate this community, but they do not permeate as much as they do in regular life, which I do have to say is really nice. But that's just my personal experience, and that also has to go with it. That has to go with the privileges we went through earlier. Yeah. Okay. So I mostly tend to talk to my local community, which usually tends to be nicer than the online community at large. I love you, DC Kawaii Style. I know you guys are the best community ever, and I miss hanging out with you guys. But yeah, definitely go for your local community when you're looking to kind of get started, and follow Black creators, follow plus size creators, follow Black and plus size creators. I am going to leave a bunch of Black and or plus size creators that I super duper look up to, that I love. I enjoy their content. I believe they should be as famous as some of the other alternative fashion people we see, and I hope that one day they are. And I want you guys to leave this video knowing that you should uplift their content and uplift the opinions that they have, and just listen to them. Just listen to the things that we have to say, and I guess that's it, really. That's the video. I don't know what that was. I'm just so glad I got this video done. Oh my god. It took like so long to get all this stuff done, but this updo is like super cute. I think I may do this for the tea party tomorrow.